Hi, I'm going to go over week 4 with you so that you can succeed in week 4. You have a couple of really essential videos. There's a paragraph structure video and an essay structure video. And then you have a couple of handouts. I'm going to talk about those handouts in a minute. There's a live class lesson on thesis paragraphs, body paragraphs, and concluding paragraphs. So this breaks down this essay jobs checklist and shows you how to construct these different kinds of paragraphs as we start working on putting together a draft. There are models here, and I'm going to open these for how to, what these different kinds of paragraphs look like. And I'm actually going to go ahead and take a moment to open that. And so it reminds you of the jobs of a thesis paragraph. This is from that essay jobs checklist. And then it color codes it and shows you what it looks like to raise the subject naturally here in purple. The second job is to set the scene and get the reader's attention, and that's in green. State your clear and direct thesis is in orange. Preview the examples we'll use in blue, and then get the reader ready for your first example is in red. So it takes a thesis paragraph and breaks it down by color, and then shows you what each one of those jobs looks like when it's a thesis paragraph. The same with a body paragraph. These are the jobs of a body paragraph. And here I've actually not only broken it down by the 4 jobs of the paragraph, I've also broken down and color-coded the different jobs of a topic sentence from a body paragraph so that you can see those. And I've highlighted all the transitional words that are being used. Okay, so all those transitional words are orange, and there'll be transitional words in the topic sentence as well as throughout the paragraph. And then you'll see the jobs of a concluding paragraph, once again color coding the jobs, and then color coding what they look like in that kind of paragraph. So of course, when you write a draft, you're going to write one of these, 3 of these, and 1 of these. And you have models to follow for what yours should look like, how long they should be, how many sentences to dedicate to each job, etc., etc. So, I've got to get back into Blackboard. So we want to make sure that we are, and then these videos go over in really careful detail how to go about building that thesis paragraph and the body paragraph and the concluding paragraph separately, so that you can really have this handout in front of you and really go through them carefully. So make sure that you're reading these models and watching these videos. This is a checklist that goes over them all in one place. If you're going to print something, these 2 things would be worth printing because we're going to use these same jobs in every essay that we use. These are overviews of paragraph structure and essay structure that speak kind of generally about these things. These dive into more detail. The instructions for how to sign up for Criterion are here. They are a repeat of what's in the Start Here menu under Criterion Access information. So I just moved it here to be ready for you. And then there is a quiz to verify that you have successfully signed up for Criterion this week. You'll see that we have a draft this week. You do not need to use Criterion for the draft. And I'm not even going to put the essay in Criterion so that you won't put it in there for the draft. So it'll be there for our final draft next week. But it's for editing, so you don't need it for the draft. You need it next week. But I'm requiring you to sign up for it this week so that you're not putting it off, and that if you do have to scramble to go get your Criterion code, that you do that this week instead of next week when you're required to use it, okay? There will be a video next week on how to use Criterion effectively. This week we are just making sure it's been set up. We're not using it yet. Okay. There's a quiz on paragraph and essay structure. Please make sure you have maybe taken some notes on these videos, printed this essay structure handout before you try to answer these questions. You should definitely be using your notes and handouts when you take that quiz. We have a thesis paragraph workshop, and I'm going to go ahead and open that. This is in discussion board. And once again, you have responses to peers due Friday. And once again, I'll be going in on Friday morning and going over your responses and giving you my own reply for you to use as feedback over the weekend to make your thesis paragraph as good as it can be. So make sure that you're hitting that midweek deadline. The initial post is due Wednesday. And anything that's not in there by Friday, you can still get a late grade for discussion board, but you'll miss out on my feedback, which might help you get a better grade on your draft. We are going to put together a draft of this essay this week. Do your best and model your paragraphs after what's here. You can see that I have 3 paragraphs here that are the kind of paragraphs that would be in this kind of an essay. Also, before you look at this reflective essay draft and before you complete this, make sure you've gotten your feedback on your outline and make sure you're not writing a draft of an outline that I've asked you to change or improve. So I'll be grading those outlines in the early part of week 4. And you'll be working on this draft in the later part of week 4. Make sure your outline is strong before you start working on that draft, okay? So if you have concerns or questions, once again, we will have live Zoom help sessions. This is the link to use for those live Zoom help sessions. I hold them on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 1 p.m. I hold one on Tuesday evenings at 5:30, and I hold one on Friday mornings, usually at 9, unless I have a meeting that conflicts. I hope people start joining those. I do see some folks struggling. I see some folks struggling, and I'd really love to help you get on track. Make sure you're checking in with your grade book. Make sure you're reading your announcements. And make sure that when you email me, you are emailing me using the contact information that's here. These messages go into an abyss, and I don't see them very quickly. My email is listed for you here, and that is the fastest way to reach me. I try to respond as quickly as I can. All right, please do reach out if you need help. I am excited and ready and happy to help you